welcome back to the program. Let's now bring in Ifeanyi Akweche, the fixed income dealer with Wema Bank, talking to us about today's fixed income markets analysis. Ifeanyi, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
We just, first of all, give us an overview of last week's trading activities.
Yeah, for fixed income market last week, it was a bit bullish, considering the fact that there was inflow into the system late in the previous week, and also the fact that there were no maturities as at last week, so we saw a lot of buying from the market. But for this week, starting from today, we've seen a lot of sell down. The CBN has also come to the market today to issue OMO auction, selling 346 days at 18.6%, instead of about 10 billion. So we've seen that the CBN has continued to supply the market with to mop up the excess in the system.
So how has today's trading been in terms of the yields at the bonds market, for instance?
Okay, as you may be aware, we are expecting a bond auction next week, precisely on the 14th, and based on that, there's been a lot of some few, as I would say, sales in the market in anticipation of better yields at the auction. But right now, the yields at the bond market is being around 15 points, all the way to 16%. So it's really high at this level, and we expect the market to be in the direction of expecting better yields at the auction next week.
Okay, so what is the outlook for the week we are in?
Yeah, for the week, except for the FX funding, there will be some forward sales from the April one that will be maturing in the week and next week. So we're going to continue to see some sell down in anticipation of funding of that CBN sales and FX sales to customers. But also the bond auction for next week, I think that before the week runs out, we'll start seeing some sell and anticipation. So for the week entirely, we should expect some continuous sell down in the market.
Thank you so much, Ifeanyi Akweche, fixed income dealer with Wema Bank, for your analysis on the fixed income market. Nigeria's largest state's economy, Lagos, is set to issue the first public transport infrastructure bond in 2017 as the government of Akinwumi Ambode looks to diversify the transportation of the megacity. Speaking with Channels Television earlier on today, the State Finance Commissioner, Mr. Akinyemi Ashadi, says the bond is expected to be well subscribed by local pension funds and other investors. Mr. Ashadi also speaks on the revenue window and the deficit of 170.15 billion naira expected in Lagos State in 2017 budget of 813 billion naira, dubbed Golden Jubilee budget.
If you look at it strictly from what we are generating, yes, but you also look at it from other areas like, okay, what are the sources? There are three sources that we are looking for to finance this budget. The IGR, which will contribute about 464 billion. We are looking at federal allocation about 164 billion. We're also looking at it's a deficit budget that we have. We want to finance it with bonds. That's about 100 and I guess it's 170 billion.
Yeah, 171.1.
About 100 billion of that will be coming from bonds. So that's what we are looking at. So if you also say that in terms of the cost of governance, what the government has done since assuming office is to look at areas where we can have efficiencies in governance, and we'll be able to reduce the cost of governance, even the cost of borrowing to some certain extent. We agree 300 billion is non-recurrent, but we believe so much so that with time we are continue to reduce this. And if you look at in terms of 37% capital requirement ratio, that's probably where we want to be, or even improve on. It's going to be mostly funded through our partnership with the private sector. Lagos is home to most of the companies, to the banks, and we are looking forward to everybody to contribute in that respect. We'll spend some money, but the bulk of it is going to come from private sector led initiatives, because Lagos is home to all of us. We've looked at it. I don't have the details now, but the last time we spent on one Lagos Fiesta was just a seed money of about 200 million that we used, and previously it used to be something in the range of $1 billion. That's how we've cut down on that strategically. What we've also said is that something in that range also would be to put seed money into the and other people are contributing. That will make this, like Professor Wole Soyinka is giving everything to this without even collecting money from Lagos State government. So we also encourage other people to come into the fray. What we are looking at is this. We first of all look at our own revenue, and that's probably where it starts from. Currently at an average of maybe 25 billion monthly IGR, we want to grow to, it's the way by we are generating maybe 30 billion, and then we move to 50 billion. By the time we hit 50 billion monthly as IGR, we should be talking about 1 trillion. But that won't be too far away, maybe in the next 2 years. I think that's what we are looking at. And I can tell you, if we continue to look at, we're not going to, this is recession, we're not going to increase the rate of taxes, but we are going to also bring more people into the tax nets. I'm very sure there are so many people out there that do underdeclare their income. We want to continue to focus more on that, because what we can, if we get people to really be open to the government, declare their proper revenue, we will be able to hit that as quickly as possible without necessarily increasing taxes. We quite agree that we can improve on ease of doing business. We can improve on the processes of getting approvals from government. That is something that the governor is really committed to. And what he has done is to come up with Office of Overseas Investments, that what we call Lagos Global, to ensure that people that want certain permits or certain concession can also go through that and reduce the timeline. We are committed. We know we are not yet there. We'll be sure that we'll get there very soon. But what we can tell Lagosians and investors is that this is the government that is committed to ease of doing business. We really hear them when they say there are multiple taxes out there. We are interested in putting this thing together and harmonizing all of them and ensure that we reduce the processes that they have to go through to get approval.
How are you coping with recession?
We understand basically that Lagos, for Nigeria to get out of recession, Lagos is a very critical component of that. What we do in Lagos will also affect because really, if we say we have negative growth, the negative will have been more if Lagos hasn't grown. But we also understand that we have companies that are really laying off and all that. So what we are doing is to continue to focus, part of this budget is to focus on infrastructure, to spend on capital projects, so that we have local contractors working, get people back to work. We're also looking at the area of employment trust fund, where we want to give loans to small businesses, so that people can also start doing their business and employ people. And by so doing, people will get back to work, and we can equally contribute our own fair share towards getting Nigeria out of recession.
And that was the Lagos State Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Akinyemi Ashade, talking to Channels Television on Lagos infrastructure financing. And that brings us to the end of Business Incorporated. Thank you so much for watching. I am Bolaji Akinwale.